When you see this red flag, run for your dear life. Don't stay. Don't compromise your family. Yes, and this does not even apply to ladies alone. Even for the guys watching this. Name is Opeyemi, and this is the Evolving Woman.
Hi, Ope.
Welcome back to our show, Janet. It's good to have you back.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming back. So today we are discussing this very important, serious thing. When you see this attribute or you see this attitude, you should not try to consider.
Run for your dear life. Yeah. At one point I would like to talk about is poor communication. So when someone doesn't want to talk about things, want to really have a proper communication with you, it's a red flag for you, because you have an issue with this person and you're trying to sort things out. You want them to sit down with you and you want to talk about these things, and they're trying to distract you from having proper communication. They are not even ready to learn. They are not willing to change. This might be a red flag you should run away from. When you see this, you just have to know that okay, this person might not be the one, because you're in a relationship phase. What you should do more is communicate. Talk about what you would like to see when you get married. Talk about what you wouldn't want to see when you get married. Talk about your values, talk about your beliefs, and everything that you want to see manifest in your marriage. You have to have proper communication. So when you meet this kind of people, they are trying to call you to doing some inappropriate things. When you see they don't want to talk about things, they don't want to sit with you to have proper communication. I think you should cut those people off.
I think that is why they say the talking stage is quite important, especially now in this generation, because it helps you to understand the person's perspective and the person's way of life or style
about
and
life.
So someone that's now avoid communication, the way you've just said, and is not willing to say, okay, let's talk this out, okay, let's discuss this, I think you should actually run away from such person.
Yeah, because you don't know their mind, you don't know what they are up to, you don't know their next move, their next step.
Of course, there's some level of communication that, okay, you don't have to be perfect. Because in marriage you can try and build your communication level and all, but for someone that avoids it, that does not even entertain it, and for people that, now it's just like I'm going to another point, but because you mentioned it slightly, that people that maybe they believe this is my person and this is who I am, I'm not ready to
they'll
change.
say they are gentle. Even if you are gentle, you still have to communicate with your person.
You still have to converse. So someone that does not communicate,
have a conversation about things. So that's number one point.
Okay.
Number 2 points that I would like to talk about is people that gaslight. That they make mistake and they try to make you feel bad for their own mistake. They try to turn things over to your hand. You are now wondering, why is this person doing things? Let's say you try to correct someone about something. I've been trying to call you, you've not been picking your call, and they say something like, I don't use my phone. You shouldn't have tried to call me, and you should have waited for me to reach out to you first. That kind of thing. When that person obviously knows that they did not pick that call intentionally, just because maybe they were not in the right place to pick the call or something, but they don't want to come out straight and plain to you that, sorry, I was busy doing something, that was why I did not pick your call at that time. And you are now wondering, should I not call the one I said I love? They make you question every of your move. And it's their own mistake. They are not willing to accept.
To acknowledge it. So they don't just give excuse. They've just done the wrong thing. They're not just giving excuse, they're now trying to play it back and make you feel like you're the one at fault.
Yes, exactly.
Instead of admitting their own responsibility and saying sorry, correcting that. That is actually somebody that you should avoid. And even there are some guys, and I just want to give an example. I've seen situation whereby, I don't know if this fits into gaslighting, but the lady is kind of richer than the guy in the relationship. I feel like I have a topic, who should have more money. But this one, the lady is richer than the guy, and because the lady did something wrong and the guy was not like, it's because you have more money, it's because you are in a better position, that's why you are acting like that. Can that one fit into gaslighting?
Obviously trying to make the woman feel bad for having so much. There are people like that. do you actually know there are guys that wouldn't want their women to be more successful than they are? Those kind of people too, they actually need to be avoided, because your partner should be your number one cheerleader. Should be the one cheering you on. There's no competition. A win for your wife is a win for you as well. A win for your partner is your win. So like, it's not about the wife is the one making more money, the husband is the one making more money. As long as you guys can, come to terms and manage your finances together, there shouldn't be any heat in the marriage concerning who is making more or who is not making more. But if you see this even during relationship, someone who is trying to make you feel like, no, you can't have more money, you can't do this, you can't do that, trying to restrict you from aiming high, trying to restrict you from achieving more, you better run.
Because you better run. Also tie this to the insecurity on the person's part. Because I've heard about stories where men, they find it difficult to admit the fact that their wife is probably a higher career or has more finance. Like, they have this insecurity issue. So if you are in a relationship and you perceive that this person has insecurity issues, like what we've just mentioned, the example we've just given, the reason you need to avoid it is because it's going to be even much more difficult to handle in marriage. Because if it is in relationship and this guy is already giving you this kind of vibe, behavior, then that means in marriage it will be very hard to correct that kind of.
But that doesn't mean you should go ahead and marry a gold digger as well, because some people can be a gold digger. They want you as a woman to go all out there, make ends meet, work tirelessly, and they just take everything away from you. Why they are not even trying anything on their own part, to aim higher. Maybe this person is trying to look for a job, and it is very obvious to you that he's trying on his own part to work on himself, to reach higher heights, to achieve more goals. He's trying to work on himself as well. You can entertain that kind of person. But for someone who obviously see that you are the one trying to make everything work, you are making efforts to achieve higher goals, and is there all day sleeping, not doing anything, and you are even saying, babe, have you tried to apply, have you tried to do this, have you tried to do that, and they say, what do you mean? And they now start using it against you, that okay, it's now because you are the one feeding me, that's why you are saying I should be looking for a job, that's why you say I should now go out and be, what do you mean, this and that, I know God will do my own too. They now try to make you feel bad, and you are like, bruh, that's not what I mean. You're trying to explain for days, they stop picking your calls,
honestly,
and you're now begging them. You even send their friends to beg them just because you are in love. My sister,
you need to give yourself grace.
Have everything. That man, he will show you Pepe after marrying you. So you need to run.
Yes, I want to relate this to, especially with the Christian sisters. We don't want to appear that we have pride. So we want to try and accommodate every behavior and be like, okay, it's going to change. Okay, it's because of his situation. There's sometimes that you need to just apply your sense in this.
Like, wisdom is profitable to direct.
Yes. So if someone is acting that way while you are still in a relationship, then you should avoid going into a marriage like that and stop blaming yourself. It's not that maybe you are asking for too much, but these are the basic things that you need to understand before going into a marriage. Like, if somebody is acting this way.
And another red flag is someone who tries to compromise values at any slightest opportunity. They try to compromise value. Maybe you tell them that, I don't want to do this before marriage, I don't want to do that before marriage. They find it difficult to come to terms with you and say no. Why not? They are not even trying to hold your hands and be like, oh babe, we've got this, we can do this, we can achieve this. And they are like, what do you mean? People do it and ask for forgiveness, people do this, and before you know it, you don't abort baby number one, baby number two, everything. And the brother will keep telling you, don't worry, grace will cover everything. My sister, you need to run for your life, because at the end of the day, that man may not even eventually settle down with you. Because he will be like, oh, you are this, you are that, because he might even use that thing against you eventually.
Yes.
So if someone is trying to compromise your value, your belief, your faith, red flag.
Yes, and this does not even apply to ladies alone, even for the guys watching this. If a lady is doing things that makes you compromise, I think you should also run as well.
Yeah, you need to run. And yeah,
do you want to say another point? Because no, I just feel this particular point, it's more like, it feels like a whole topic that we can even deliberate on, because especially the value of abstaining from sex, the value of keeping to yourself,
Christian values,
and there is a way that people sweet mouth everything, especially social media days. They will now tell you that if you don't taste it now, how will you know when you get into marriage if it's this
or they will ask you, what if the guy cannot do?
They just make you begin to feel like, maybe I should change. And the guy will just be sweet mouth. You now sweet mouth everything. I don't know if that's the right word, but it will just be sweet talking everything that it's just going to be once, it's just going to be this, or I'll not push it inside very well.
It cannot be once. Don't let them deceive you with I'll just put the tip. Run for your dear life.
Don't compromise your family. Or even the fathers, even when they are not talking about, okay, let's go down there, they're saying, yeah, let's just start, it's just the basics, let's just start. Because that is where it starts from. It's from that
now basics. From clap dance take the start.
My brother, my sister, you need to watch it. Anyone that makes you begin to rethink what you already know, what you've developed, like this, this is a standard value,
and you now keep bringing it down that this is not bad. Tomorrow now you reduce it again to another standard. Let's say it's already in 100%, then you bring it out to 80. Before you know it,
there's no even point starting relationship with such person. And if you've started, like, it's better to break it down, like, as in cut it off.
So those are red flag things that that are not normal, but this person keep asking you, keep saying, if you don't allow me have sex with you before marriage, I cannot marry you. Or they are saying, okay, if you cannot give me twins before getting married, I cannot marry you. Please run.
What's up with people are doing it that you just said? Like,
they say, I've always wanted twins in my life, so if you cannot give birth to twins, I cannot marry.
Will you be getting pregnant and be checking if it is twins?
They will be. They do it. There are so many things in this Gen Z world that you don't even want to, like, you don't even know exists. To be honest, they just say, I've always wanted a boy, I've always wanted twins, so if you cannot give me this, I will not marry you. So then the lady to start trying to get pregnant, start checking.
Conversation alone is a red flag.
Red flag, because having the conversation that, so like, you want to go into marriage because of these things, and eventually you can even give them what they want and they will not still get married to you.
It's not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee. So don't let them make you feel like, if you don't do this, please, my sister, run. You will see another person, another godly person that will not even compromise your value. God has sons.
That person is not godly. It's like anybody that says, okay, let's do this before marriage,
you have to give me a child before getting married. Please run away from them, because obviously they have a reason for loving you, they have a reason for getting married to you. And if there's a reason, like, it's like you guys are doing like trade by barter. You are giving them this so that you are giving them this so that they can get married to you, and eventually they even get married to you and they start treating you badly in that marriage. Who are you going to run to?
I feel that is even a basis for cheating. For someone who cannot hold him or herself before marriage, and you want to do all the testing, try it, see everything, then even in marriage you might get tired of it, because you now have to start exploring another one. You want to start trying another this thing. So
another point I would like to talk about is someone who doesn't submit to any authority, someone who doesn't have, like, a mentor or a teacher, a leader, a pastor, someone who they actually reference. Like, I'm not saying God should be our number one. I'm not saying you should like have someone that you see as the president general of your life, but then you should have someone you submit to, someone you like your spouse can easily call and be like, oh, can you pray with us about these things? Someone you respect, and the person is not telling you, oh no, I don't submit to any person, I don't like anybody, I don't no, I don't believe in all those spiritual authority, I don't believe in any pastor or mentor or anything. Like, you cannot even trace them to any source. Run. No, you cannot trace them to any source. Don't settle for that kind of person. Like, they need to have someone they are accountable for. Like, no one is an island of knowledge. They are tapping from a source. They are getting directly from one source. So you need to know that source. So if they are telling you, oh no, I can't submit to anybody, I have all it all planned, I have it figured out, run for your dear life.
That's true. Because in marriage, there will be times that you will need no third party accepted, but you need like intercession from somebody, like even from people, to be praying with you. To also, like, you can just fire up together.
And just you need pray.
Your partner to be accountable to somebody, especially a spiritual leader. I would say. Spiritual leader,
like, very, very important, because sometimes even during relationship before marriage, my relationship may encounter like a lot of difficulties or something. Like, who are you going to talk to? And maybe you guys are not even like in that good terms in that moment, so you need to like have someone you can actually talk to that can maybe call the person and say, okay, what are you guys doing, what's going on, without you saying everything that is going on. You don't have to give them A to Z about your relationship and your marriage, but then that this person, even by hearing one thing, that okay, please can you pray for us, we are going through our time, they are able to labor in the place of prayer and bring you both together and say, okay, you guys need to pray together, fast together and do this, and they will even support you. You need those kind of people in your life, in your relationship.
Your partner to be accountable to someone.
Be accountable.
And I was going to mention that the person might not even have someone specifically, but the person must have a mindset and willingness to
submit.
Submit to somebody. And you can even go, if you don't want to use a family member or someone that already know you can use a therapist. Like, just go for counseling section. That's what I mean to say. Like,
regardless, you need someone you are accountable to. Like, you need it. So if someone
even if the person does not have, when you should have a conversation, and the person should have the willingness to say okay, wow.
So you need someone to be accountable.
You get it now. You get the point.
Now. You get it.
Okay.
So I think the last part, well, I don't think that should be for a Christian lady, because obviously as a Christian lady you should have a like deep relationship with God, and have a community of people you fellowship with. So if you meet a person and the person is like, I'm not the church type, I don't go to church, I avoid where people, I don't like seeing faces,
I like this one,
I don't like doing this, you better run. They are running away from community of people who can actually look after you guys and ask, how are you doing, check on you concerning your spirituality, where you can actually build one another up. They are avoiding those kind of gathering. You should run away from those kind of people, because they are trying to take you away. They are trying to isolate you from people who can keep your lives in check. So if you meet this kind of person, it's a no. Nap.
I actually wanted to mention a personal example. I was in a relationship with somebody, and it was always complaining. Like, no, it's not like always complaining, but you say you don't have to go to church all the time, and it's not like I go to church all the time. It's just I was in university then, and we go maybe like once a week or twice in a week. But the person just have this very weird opinion that,
why do you have to go to church every time?
Why do you have to do this every time? Like, no.
We know them.
So anyone that is trying to isolate you from the gathering of believers, you should run from them. And this is not a reason to say, okay, you now have to overdo it. Like, what I mean by overdo is, maybe all your time. You know, there are some people that they now become I don't know how to really explain.
Church rats.
Yeah, that instead of them to
Monday to Sunday
do other things for their life, they are now becoming gullible. This is not saying that you need to be gullible, and
does not mean you have to spend 365 days on the mountain.
Yeah, but we are just saying that someone that does not even allow the minimum, like, or the modest one, allowing you to fellowship with other people, allowing you to fellowship with God, someone that is not supporting your godly relationship. But why should you even go for that person, sir?
Right from start.
Like, no.
No, sis, don't do it.
Okay, so so that will be all for now, right?
Yeah,
those are the points we are going to mention for now, and of course I know there are other points as well, but we'll come back again. But
to
you need
share.
to, yes, and the meantime you need to like and subscribe to this channel if you want us to come back again with more tips. And if you have any questions, like what are the things to look out for, please drop your questions in the comment section.
We'll be glad to answer you.
Yes, and drop your suggestions as well. Or what are the other red flags do you think someone should look out for and avoid?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. We'll be there reading and answering all the questions and responding.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much for having us today. See you again later.
Bye.